There we go. Welcome. I totally screwed up. I copied and pasted the wrong thing. But let's see if we're going. If we're live. We should be live. Connecting. Sorry we're having trouble playing this video. Uh-oh. So am I not live? Sorry we're having trouble playing this video. The connection's too slow. Yes, we're live. We're live. We're live. I see it. I think I see it. This video is live now. Okay. Watch live. Yay! All right, throw your hands in the air, wave them all around like you just don't care. All right, so we're live. I can't see comments. Hi to the 7 people who are watching. I can't see your comments for some strange reason, so I'm gonna see if I can make this bigger. Yes, now I can. All right, Crystal's here. Crystal Haynes. Shonda, I know I miss you too. Who else is here? Daylene. Hey, Daylene. And all right, yay! Everybody can hear me. All right, let's hop right in. All right, so here I'm gonna post. I'm gonna copy the what we're following along with. Control C, Control V. So that's the pattern. Someone just asked what you should do if you do not have a sewing machine. I'm gonna post a link. If you don't, hey Tia, if you don't have a machine, here are other options. There's the no sew ones using the hair ties. You can do that too. All right, handkerchiefs. All right, let's get started, everybody. So your Cricut, next week I am gonna do a Cricut tutorial showing you guys how I use the Cricut to cut out my pattern pieces. So here's pattern piece number 1. I like how for the Cricut it put the, where's the camera? It put the lines on it for you, showing you where you should fold or whatever. And so here's piece number 2. All right, so I'm assuming you already at least have the pattern. You printed out. We're doing the pattern with the pockets, and I believe they did put the seam allowances on there. So welcome. I did my little corny stuff, so welcome, you guys. Let's stay safe and let's get these masks out. I can't even count the number of masks I've made already. So it keeps getting interrupted. I think because everybody's at home on the same Wi-Fi. So let's start. So for video A, I want this one, and video B, I want this one. All right, here we go. All right, so this fabric is actually, I had made these for my friends who their Japan trip got canceled. So this fabric's actually from Japan. So I'm gonna make them. I like to cut, so I'm cutting 2 at a time, so it's 2 layers. Make sure you're cutting opposite pieces. I made that mistake where when I was using the Cricut, I switched colors on them, and I had a whole bunch of just left sides and not a lot of right sides. So I'm just gonna line this up because I don't want to waste a piece of fabric. I'm not gonna pin this down. I am cutting on the rotary mat, so if I wanted to, I can use this guy. And remember, when you're using this, make sure you apply pressure. Like, don't just try to roll it like you're rolling. See, when you roll it like you're rolling cookie dough, nothing's happening there. You actually have to press down first and then get that to cut. See that? You gotta press down first. But be careful, because if you slice a finger or something, then you won't be able to make any masks, and you're putting yourself out of production. And remember, don't get all stressed out promising a whole bunch of masks. Make what you can when you can, because I've been getting a lot of requests and I just cannot handle all the requests right now, just because I do have a job that I have to work to. And it takes, like, this one takes a lot longer to make. For me to make 3 of these, it takes 1 hour, and it costs about $25 per mask when I make them. Like, it's really. All right, so I have a couple of piece number 1s. All right, and let's get with piece number 2. Fabrics. So you want a tightly woven fabric. They're saying if you can easily see through it, it's not a good fabric. So you kind of can't see through this one when you hold it up to light. So let's do this stuff for my inside. Just gonna use red. And then if you had multiples of these, like, you can try to like angle it so that you're going like this and kind of like this, you know. So go ahead and preserve accordingly. And I am looking at your guys's. Hi, Judy, Victoria. I keep looking over at the computer since I can't see the comments as they roll in. So we're cutting piece number 2 for the people who just joined. So this is number 2, and I'm cutting 4 layers at a time so that I'm making 2 at a time. But like, well, I would do like 3 at a time. But yeah, it takes about an hour for me to make 3. Just because this is a little bit tricky. This is definitely a tricky one. So I don't recommend you just throwing this stuff, but I've been just throwing it on the couch. And then I just move it when I need it. All right. So pattern pieces, the link is in there. Yup. See? Nope. Yup. Keep your peace of mind. I really did think I was gonna relax. The day that I said I was gonna relax, I got like a record number of mask requests. All right, so let's get started. So you guys should know how to thread your machines. Let's see if I can move this so that you can actually see better. I'm not going to go over threading the machine. If you need to thread your machine, look at the tutorial on how to thread your machine. All right, so you're going to take two pieces, put them together. I'll angle this back. So just put 2 together. I'm going this way. All right, so here we go. And we're just going to sew. Boom. And I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm just going to be following the foot here. Oh, guys, you can't see that. All right. Let's pull this down some. There we go. All right. So I'm going to do a reverse. So go forward, then reverse it. Now, oh, I can actually zoom in closer. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. All right, so when I do this, make sure I'm just doing like a turn motion with my hand to keep it. So just do a turn motion. There you go. Turn and then reverse it. Oh, shoot. I was supposed to be on stitch number 1. All right, so to do 2 in a row, so I'm going to put this next one together. So put the next one together. Over here. All right, and you can just follow. Actually, I'm gonna switch to 2. All right, and then I'm gonna put this under here, and then next reverse at the end. All right, get your inside pieces. And then I have 2. And these are right sides together. This is the same on right and wrong side. So I'm just going to keep it going. Like, so go a little bit forward and then boom. And then do a little bit reverse. And I just like to hold it and turn it just like that. Reverse. All right, next. And no, we're not sewing them together. We're just making, because you kind of waste more thread. I'm realizing that thread is like, I don't have a whole bunch of thread. And speaking of thread, let me show you guys. I bought this cheap generic thread from Walmart. Do not buy cheap thread. This thread kept getting caught in the machine, and it made it like almost doubled my sewing time. So this is going in the trash. I missed, but throw that away. Do not buy cheap thread, okay? The thread I'm using is the Coats & Clark Dual Duty. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Of course, the Gutermann is amazing thread, but please don't buy any cheap thread. All right, so now I'm taking the needle out, using this side to cut, and then I'm gonna grab my little scissors. So, all right, so now we have our first. I do recommend doing like a couple at once. Oh, actually, let's zoom back out so you can see. All right, so we're gonna cut. What's for lunch, you guys? What's for dinner? I had ordered my Chicago style pizza from Giordano's. And I ate the whole thing, but in 2 days. I did eat the whole thing in 2 days. So today I'm going to make salmon from my sun basket, because I was tired of my own cooking. All right, so next step, I'm going to just line 2 up, but you want to be careful. We have to clip these corners. We have to clip, boom. Just do a small clip. Do not clip your stitching, okay? So we're just going to open out the curves, all right? You need to clip this curve right here. So for both of these, clip your curve. Let me know if I'm moving too fast. I keep looking at the comments. Let me know if I need to slow down. So you just want to clip the curve because, let me show you. When we flip this in, like when we flip it inside out, you want it to be able to move, and it doesn't have as much move right here if you don't clip the curve and let it do a little bit of a fan action. So quickly clip, and you don't, this isn't like perfect. They don't have to be equally spaced either. All right, and now next step is to, because we're creating this now where you want it to lay flat, like you don't want that middle piece sticking up. So what I do, I start at the bottom. You're gonna open it like this. So open it like that. I open it out. And then just push this to the side. Push it to the, like, with your finger, I'm pushing it to the side. So I'm gonna lay this down, and then I'm just gonna go. And I'm opening it both hands like this, and then I'm just smoothing it in the middle as I go. And you can slow yours down. I have it on fast speed. But remember, this is like my, I always say maybe 40th or 50th mask I've made. So the first mask, they didn't go this smooth at all. Like, I got a couple mistake masks. Actually, let me show you guys the finished products. I forgot to show you guys that. So yeah, because that's what it's gonna look when it's all said and done. Here's the pocket for the filters. Boom. But we want this nice and neat. Like, yeah, my earlier ones, this line is so crooked, but that's all right. These are for function anyway. So just keep smoothing it and pulling it. Like, pull it this way and then flatten it. And just push it down as you sew it. And a lot of times, remember, always make sure the needle is in if you have to lift the foot and smooth it out. All right, and I'm gonna just, instead of, because you waste a lot of thread. It keeps getting interrupted. How are you guys doing, the live viewers? All right, so I'm gonna open this and have this right on to the side. I'm making sure it's flat, and I'm pressing. And don't worry, you're not gonna roll over your finger. Like that's what, but make sure both eyes are looking down at this as you're doing it. Oops. Don't look away and like yell at somebody. Go sit down. Like if you're looking to see, like if your phone starts ringing and you look, like make sure your foot is off the pedal. Make sure you stop sewing if you look up, if you look away from here. Do not look away and still keep sewing. Alrighty. yeah, I had one little square of this. So start at the bottom and then come, because it's like this curve coming from the top is so curvy. I like to start from the bottom. Hopefully it stops interrupting. Hey, Linda! Linda's one of my favorite students. Well, all you guys are my favorites, all right? But she does a lot of sewing. And she's been making a lot of masks. All right, Linda. So we already cut out, oh, it keeps getting interrupted and pausing. Crap. Let me know what I need to, if I need to go back. Maybe I'll also record. I can record a live version and just do a recording and then just post the full-on recording. That's another option, because this recording is not interrupting as I'm recording it. So it's recording and it's live streaming at the same time. So you can always go back and watch this. And I will have a YouTube version, because I love to watch stuff on 2x speed myself and just pause on the parts that are like relevant to me. So I'll have this both on YouTube and my channel. All right, so people that just joined, well, Linda, I already cut out the pattern for, I'm doing 2 at once. So this is we just sewed this seam right here, and then we did the clip curve thing, and now I'm sewing one side down. And it really doesn't matter which side. I'm just putting them both to the same side, but you can do one on the left and the other on the right. Like in a perfect world, that's how you would do it. But for these purposes, since there'll be a filter in the middle, like that little tiny, tiny bit of bulk that's created is not a huge deal. Sorry that it keeps interrupting like that. I think it's because so many people are on the Wi-Fi's. That's what it is. Sorry, Crystal. All right, so, and you don't have to backstitch for this one because it was just a top stitch anyway. All right, so now we have a string of 4 of these. Boom, boom. It's just better to do these assembly line style. So that way you're killing a lot of birds. Oh, and I'm wearing my no handshaking, touching the coronavirus shirts that we made. And I tried to get on early enough so that a lot of people aren't awake at the same time, hogging up the resources. Okay, so the next step, we're gonna fold in. So take your piece number 2, this is the pocket piece. So take your pocket piece and we are going to fold it in. I folded it in twice because it didn't have enough room to fold over, if that makes sense. Because when we sew them together, like we're gonna create a pocket to put the elastic in, and I felt that the pocket wasn't wide enough, so I'm folding this over twice. In the instructions, they tell you to fold it over once on the pocket, but I'm folding it over twice. So this is on its right side. So this is the right side, not the pretty side, but the right side. So you're gonna fold it in once. Wait, right? That's on the right. Nope, wrong side. We're on the wrong side. Correction. All right. Yep. Is there 2? There's 2. Hi, everybody. Hey, Elise. What are you sending the mask to? I'll get you the name of it. A friend of mine reached out, so I'm going through a friend of mine for the place that I'm sending these ones to. I missed you too, Elise. How have you been? It's a local place, though. It is a local place. So we've sewn, we've done step 1 and 2. Now we're on the wrong side, and like I said, I'm gonna fold it in a 1/4 inch, and then I'm gonna fold it in again another 1/4 inch. And again, I'm eyeballing this because I don't have time to be extra precise right now. You just need a cute little fold, okay? So that's all you really need. It's just a cute fold. So I'm coming here. You don't need to reverse this one either. So, and because this is the fold, that's the kit one. I'm gonna do that one. Hold on. So this is just this fold right here. See, that's this fold. So it doesn't have to be extra precise. This is just the fold that's inside of where the filter will be. So folded that twice. And this is only for the pocket piece, all right? So you're on the wrong side. You got the wrong side. And we're folding this in a quarter. And then in another quarter. And this is about a quarter. We're eyeballing this quarter. All righty. And again, we're doing this 2 at once. All right, and then I'm taking this off, and then I'm gonna do the other side. This little step is just preserving our little trail of thread. All right, so same thing on this other side. We are folding, oh, I actually could have done that up here, a quarter, and then another quarter, and then finger press, and then get that right to the machine. Fold. If you want it to look perfect, you may press this before you sew it, but in the interest of time, again, we're just gonna boom. I actually have a string, I'll show it to you guys in a second, of 20 that I'm doing right now. Actually, it's more, I think it's like 20, it's 23. I have a string of 23 going. These are the, isn't that, yeah, I have a string of these. All right. All right, so now our 2 folds are sewn. How are we doing, everybody? Oh, I'm Celeste. I love this machine. So this is the, I love to call this is the Costco machine. And I got it when it was on sale. Actually, they have, I think they switched this to the an analog version of this, but I bought this years ago from Costco and I love it. And I put a little sticker like those chalk things that you put on your jars and stuff, because I put what kind of needle that I'm using, and then I put different, like my favorite stitches. But I mean, this thing has a whole bunch of stitches. Look at that, like this thing, and it does quilting too. Love this machine. It was less than $150. So that's that. Yeah, brother from Costco. The XR3140, you can see that. All right, so we're gonna take, now we're gonna grab a pocket piece, and we're gonna grab our regular piece, and we're gonna put right sides together. So you wanna line up your 2 middle seams. So what I've been doing, I put those right on top of each other, and then I put a clip right here. Boom, and actually, if you actually wanted to draw your seam lines, then you would be, this is where we're following this seam right here now to cut. So we are about to, so you want this lined up just like so, and we're gonna sew this top, and then we're gonna sew that bottom. So we're just sewing them together, sewing them to each other. And you want to back stitch right here. So this beginning part, you're definitely gonna back stitch it. Yep, because you don't want that. That's a high, when you're putting the filter in and out, that's a high motion area. All right, so we're just coming up on this. And then I'm just keeping these 2 in alignment. Making sure, yep, right sides together. Reverse, oops. All right. Let's do this other one. Remember, all right, so right sides together. This is the right side, this is the right side, and I'm just lining these 2 up. And nobody told me what they're having for lunch or even dinner. Thanks, Elise. Alrighty, all right, and then I like to sew this with a pocket on top, just because we're seeing where we're stopping and we're starting. Alrighty, move that under there. So again, reverse, and then make sure these are as lined up as you can get them. posture isn't the best while I'm sitting here. Like my back. That's why if you guys are on the email list, I sent you guys a list of my stretches that I do every day, because I'm not used to coming right home and sitting. So this has been, you're getting old when sitting hurts. That's what I said in the email. All right, so get this lined up. So flatten this out, flatten it, smooth it. I've smoothed it, and make sure that's kind of straight. And now flatten that, and now we're doing this part. So we're doing the bottom. Remember, just keep making sure that you're actually sewing through what you want to be sewing through. Reverse it again. I really should slow the speed down a little bit. All right, so I got the bottom. And you'll be clipping all these stray. I wonder if Carol's gonna trademark her "all you cool cats and kittens" phrase now that everybody uses it. I don't know why Tiger King came. Oh, yep, it keeps getting interrupted. Just finished breakfast, yogurt, toasted oil, chicken sausage, and coffee. I see it's frozen. I don't know why it's frozen right now. There we go. Sorry, you guys. I tried to stop because I saw it was frozen. Let me type to you guys. Sorry, it keeps freezing. But thanks, you guys, for hanging in there. I'll say that too. Thanks for hanging in there. All right. Let's keep going. All right, so I did the one. Let's do the second one. So again, I'm smoothing this out. You do, in a perfect world, you do want these two to match up on the bottom too. So get those two matched up on the bottom, and then make sure you reverse it. Oops, that wasn't the reverse. All right. Making sure you can still see. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps freezing, but for those of you watching the replay, you're going to see an uninterrupted version. Okay, so we have both of these. Now it's time to flip it inside out. So go ahead and flip it inside out. And again, if you want to press it, you can press it. I am not going to press it. It's not necessary to press it right now, actually. All right, so make sure, actually, you can also, I forgot. You can clip you can clip this corner too. So you can just boom, 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 boom. You can even clip some of this off. So yeah, go ahead and boom, boom, boom. There's not a huge difference here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to see the difference. Oh, it's frozen again. It's frozen again. I think that was the part where I waited because it was frozen. Maybe too many people are going live. All right, so I'm just flipping this. There we go. All right, we're flipping this inside out so it's nice and flat. Pocket is on top. All right, nice and flat. Let's turn this way. All right, so we're turning this so that it's nice and flat, nice and flat. You don't want the pocket to be, you don't want the pocket over this. You want a little bit of the real fabric. Okay, so we have this like so. So this is another shortcut that I do. You don't have to do this shortcut, but let's make sure this is all. All right, back to the clips. All right, so we are now, so we want this. Move. we're about to make our, we're about to top stitch the bottom and the top. So we're about to do this stitch right here, the boom, this top, and the bottom. So what I've been doing, I've grabbed 4 clips. Well, you won't really, yeah. So I grabbed 4 clips. And so this, you're gonna finger press that one, and you're gonna finger press this one, and then you're gonna fold this in a quarter and finger press, and then put a clip just so you remember that you're folding this edge down, because this is gonna get folded in, and that's what holds the piece of elastic. So I'm gonna go to this side, do the same thing. So we're making sure this is all nice and flattened. And you don't want the pocket piece to roll. You want the fabric to roll. Because when we smash it down, you'd rather see this on the front. You don't want to see this on the front. You don't want to see, unless you do. I mean, that could add a cute little, it makes it look like it's like a little band. So that would be cute actually, but you really don't want that. You want this to look nice and smooth. So when you get to this side, make sure that this is flat on both sides. And we got strings. You can clip these strings. Hey Tasha. Yes. You can wash it beforehand, you can wash it afterhand. It really didn't make that huge a difference. Because here's the one that I've been wearing myself. So this is me, and I've washed it. I've actually washed it a lot of times, and it really didn't shrink. It didn't really shrink. So yeah, this is the one that I've been wearing. And I tell people wash it before they use it. But yeah, this is the one I've been using. So it's totally up to you. You can pre-wash a whole bunch of fabric and jump right on it. That's a good question, Crystal. That's mine. All right, so again, so we're folding, finger pressing both of these, the top and the bottom, and then we're folding it in a quarter. Fold that down. Now, remember before when I was saying that instead of just folding it down once, I was folding it down. This is what I folded in twice, because now you see we actually gave ourselves a lot of room to get that elastic in there, because before when you fold it once, it gives like a really little bit of space, and I just wasn't that comfortable with that little piece. But this is, you can still just do it once if you want, but I just liked the bigger seam allowance. Okay, so now we're gonna sew this straight line right here, and we're trying to follow the edge on this machine. Oh yeah, no, this is the one where I'm just gonna go straight. And you don't need to back stitch for this one either. So for this, I'm gonna kind of slightly pull, or just make sure this is nice and finger pressed as I do it. And I'm kind of rolling this in to make sure this doesn't show. See, I'm just going straight. Making sure that this is not poking through on the other side. How we doing, you guys? Oh, we all have. Remember, this is practice though. The first snaps aren't quite as lustrous, all right? So if you want, if you have that second one ready, because like I said, this saves this saves time too when you're doing 2 at once. And me, I'm doing now 20 at once. All right, so I'm gonna fold that in. See, I don't want to fold it in too much, because see, it gives you a little bit for the pocket for the elastic. And let me know if you guys need any elastic, because I can't go to the post office. Like, I'm not supposed to go to the post office. So if I can leave stuff outside though of my door for you guys to pick up if you need something to follow the safe distancing. All right, so I folded. So, but the other option is just if you don't want to fold that in, just do this straight thing, you know, do the straight line, then fold it in, then you're going to sew this down. That's the alternate option there, if you don't want to fold this over. But it just saves a extra time and an extra stitch of just doing it like this. See? Oops. Now you're going to see the same. But yeah, I feel like each mask I get faster and faster. All right, how are we doing? Needle and thread, gotcha. Definitely scroll up, Tasha, to the no-sew versions, because there are no-sew versions of these. And if, like I said, if you need elastic, I can leave some elastic outside. All right, so now we're just sewing the top. So we're just gonna top stitch this top. Oh, and see, I didn't even, see, look at our work. That's the bottom. So the bottom is already done. So now we're just gonna do this top. And I'm just pressing this down with my thumb. I mean, that's not my thumb. But I'm also making sure that this is flat. Come to it. If you guys want to show me pictures of what you guys are working on, definitely let me know. Let me see. Elise shared us what she had for breakfast. Oh yeah, Elise made. Are you still wearing your blue dress that you made in class? Alrighty. Elise made a blue dress with pockets. Alrighty. We're actually almost done. How long have we been live? Oh, a long time. 37 minutes. All right. We didn't need to backstitch because that's a top stitch. This is more, not decoration, but it just helps it flatten. All right, so let's show what we got here. All right, so you should have two pieces just like this. Yay, look at that. Now we're going to, so next we're making the casing for the elastic. So now you just fold this over just like that, boom. And you can finger press that down, and you can put this, you can clip it if you want. Go ahead and clip a side on this one and a side on the other one. I keep, you know, and these, I just have one spot on the floor where I'm just throwing them in the same spot, and then I just sweep every day. This is the most I've swept in my life. But yeah, I'm just putting them all, because if you try to wrangle and finagle them, like, it's just a nightmare. So you're folding up to the point of your pocket piece. So you're just folding up to that point right there. That's where you're folding it to. And that's why it gave us a little bit of extra space. Because otherwise, if this piece were longer, you'd make a smaller channel for this. So that's why it said fold in twice. And now we're just gonna sew straight down. And for this stitch, so right now you see my needle position, the needle's in the middle. I'm gonna switch so that my needle is on the left. So I'm going down to, yeah, to position number 1. Because I want the stitch to be close to here, not in the middle. So now see, when I put this down, it's gonna be really close to right there. And I'm gonna do the reverse stitch here too. Oh, this one doesn't like the reverse stitch. There it is. 0. Double 0 lets you reverse. All right, let's get this next one in cute. Oh, that did not reverse. All right, see how close that is to the edge? There you go. Now we're gonna do this other side. Finger press. And this isn't even a super crazy thick. There we go, we're frozen again. All right, that's the ice maker. All right. Alrighty. Don't cut your finger. All right, so we got most done. That was kind of like the hard part. And again, this is the one I used, the Cricut one. This was the largest adult size. All right, so now we have these two, and now we can, we still need the machine. Like I said, talk about elastic. I have a lot of elastic. Your piece of elastic for this, for an adult, is 22 inches. So remember, segregate your scissors, don't cut. I kept losing my safety pin, so when I'm done, I always just put the safety pin right back in here. So 22 inches, you can have it a little bit more than 22 inches. All right, and then I'm gonna cut that here. And let's get the second one, 22 inches. About 22 inches. And then you are safety pin, feed it through. So you feed it through here. It doesn't matter which side you pick. So let's feed this through. There are a lot of steps to these masks. And I really appreciate all the people who are getting masks. All right, there we go. And then make sure this is flat when you come around the other side. You don't want this all twisted. And then if you're making them for kids, they do have the kid size pattern. And for the elastic, if it's too long, you can just put a knot in the elastic for the kids. They are very adjustable. All right, so we have our elastic. And then after you make sure you're putting this, get into a habit of, after you take it out of a piece of elastic, put that safety pin right in another piece, or else you're gonna lose it, it's gonna fall, you're gonna step on it. You don't want that. All right, so now let's overlap. Just overlap these. You can put a pin in it to hold it. I don't put anything in here to hold it. And then we want a zigzag stitch, or you could do the straight stitch, but I'm gonna switch to zigzag, which is number 5 on mine. And I'm gonna just overlap it and hold it right under. And then I'm gonna go back and forth a few times. Go back and forth. Yep, there you go. So again, you want to do a couple in a row so that this is really, really strong. Or, I mean, you can tie it, like you could have just had it like this, but use a longer piece if you choose that method. You could have also just done that and tied it. So I like to put this part, I like to pull it into the, there you go. So there we go. We just made a mask. And obviously you put it on, it goes behind the head. I guess this one will be mine. Ugh. And there's room for a filter. There we go. So make sure this comes to the nose. There you go. And there is a room. So thank you guys. So there's filters. I'll put a link to some of the filters because you want the carbon ones. If you don't have filters, you can use paper towels. You can use, they say those dried Clorox wipes, those work as filters too. So there you have it. Always wash it. Try not to wear it, you know, back to back to back. Or make yourself at least 2 and always have one in the wash. I don't know about wash them in the shower. That's what I usually do. I would just wash one in the shower, hang it up, like, because that's what I do with my eyeglass cleaner, guys. But where's my corn boneless again? Oh no, where's my thank you for watching? I had a thank you for watching, kind of like the welcome. Again, you guys, most people who know me, I'm Crystal from So Fab. I do teach classes, but right now we're just online and I'm just enjoying a break. So thank you guys for watching. Rewatch, share if you have any questions about any steps. Right now I'm gonna repost this to my YouTube channel. Which one? That's the YouTube is So Fab. Oh, actually I can just go back to this one. All right, I should have done that with the mask on. But anyway, so there you have it. We just made 2 masks. Well, yeah, like I said, normally when I make these 3 at a time, but now I'll be making 4 at a time. So maybe I could do 4 in 1 hour. But thank you guys for making these. And remember, we had that other kind. Let me see if I can grab one. And the other kind, all you need is a rectangle. All you have to do is cut a rectangle for this one. And same thing. This one has cameras on it for Mr. Cleveland. So there you have it. I have a video on how to make these too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you have any more questions, definitely reach out to me. If you need me to redo the video, we can do this live. Or if you guys want to just do an online hangout meetup where we're all sewing something and we'll all be on camera. We can all look at each other's faces. I can set that up. Maybe for Monday, because I want to see you guys. Since I can't be with you guys, we can see each other. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye, you guys.